2026 coming in hot. That's what we're talking about tonight. So, first of all, we want to start off with some recognition and we want to shout out the people who enrolled 3 and 6 and 9 in December and earned themselves some Christmas bonuses. So, we had lots and lots and lots of people who earned $150 extra bonus on their paycheck because they added three. And then you can see all the names of the people who added six, had quite a few of those too. And then we also had several people who enrolled 9 and earned themselves an extra $450 in cash. So congratulations to all of these very hard workers, especially during the one of the busiest months of the year. So proud of you guys. I hope that you didn't spend it all in one place. All right. Also want to shout out the leaders who developed Christmas bonus cash earners. So it's one thing to go and earn the money yourself. It's another thing to lead others and help them succeed at doing the same exact thing. And we have lots of people who had one level one earn Christmas bonus cash, but we couldn't fit them all on one slide. So these are the leaders who had two or more. So when you have two or more level ones that go and earn the Christmas bonus cash, the thing about that is that it's not a coincidence. Like it's not just a fluke, right? You didn't just get lucky. I'm not saying the people who didn't have to got lucky, but I am saying these people definitely there's no chance of that. All right. So congratulations to these leaders who helped at least two level ones earn their own Christmas cash bonuses. And then congratulations to these leaders who had three level ones earn their own Christmas cash bonuses. Three level ones that's going and earning these things, that's vision. That these are leaders who are casting vision consistently and they are helping people get results. So that's really impressive. Congratulations to Angela, Stephanie, Michelle, Deborah, and Amber. We also had some other leaders who had 4 and 5 and 8 level ones earn their own Christmas cash bonuses. Hannah Wolf had 4 level ones hit those bonuses. Chelsea Ronsman, 5 level ones. That's really, really impressive. Keep that track record up and you will build a jewel organization and beyond. Keep it going far enough and you get to Star Diamond. So it's very impressive. And then Christina, always impressive. She actually had more than 8, but these are just level one. She actually has a lot of adopted level ones that she develops too. So she actually had way more than 8. If we were counting her level twos that she mentors like level ones, I think she had like 11. So very, very wide with her leadership and her impact. So proud of you ladies. Way to go. That's fantastic leadership. Okay, also want to shout out our December rank ups. We had 2 new rubies who you heard from last week, Samantha and Stephanie. Such a fun, great call. Go watch that recording if you haven't seen that. We had a new senior gold, which was Katie. I think it's McCallavy. I don't know. I never say it right. I never
That
say it
was
right.
right.
What?
That was right.
McCallavy. McCallavy. Okay. Well, go Katie. Congratulations on senior gold. 2 golds, Jacqueline and Jenny, and lots of senior silvers, lots of silvers. And then you can also see the leaders who developed these people and helped them hit their rank ups as well. So congratulations. December top enrollers. Hannah Wolf enrolled 10 people. Stephanie had 10, Brooke had 10, Angela had 10, Terry had 10, Katie had 10. Was Catherine on here, but we call her Katie. Y'all, December was massive. Such a huge month. Just so proud of y'all. It was really explosive and it was a very fun end of the month. That free reset offer always ignites things, and that was just really, really fun to watch. Okay, these are the top enrollers for the entire year of 2025. So Ginger Griffin enrolled 89 people. Angela Pattison enrolled 70, and so did Hannah Wolf. These numbers are really impressive. And so that is consistency month after month after month of just doing the mundane things that often people get bored of doing, just like working out, right? That's how you get results with working out. You just lift heavy things over and over and over and over, and sometimes you might get bored, but you do it anyway. You don't always feel excited. It takes discipline. You can't rely on motivation because consistency takes discipline. And all of the people that you see listed here are people who have exercised discipline and consistency, and they are helping people get healthy and happy. And we're really excited. I'm sure that your paycheck has reflected that. Anything you want to add so far, Christina?
You're doing an excellent job. I agree with everything that you're saying. And what I was thinking when I was looking at all the December shout outs was, man, this should build your belief of what you're capable of doing. It's so funny when somebody says, I just don't know what I need to do to get my recruiting numbers up. And I'm like, well, if if you were going to win $1 million, if you went and recruited somebody this week, what would you do to make that happen? And all of a sudden we have so many ideas. Well, I could try this, I could do that, I could host this. So when you look at December numbers, it makes me go, we are capable of so much more than we think on a day-to-day basis. And so I always just look at the evidence of that and be like, man, we like I'm ready to up level my own self just seeing those results. So very, very impressive.
Yeah, same. All right. Next. Okay. All of our rank ups for 2025. Quite a few. We had two new jewels, Miranda Merchant and Amber Peters. We had four new rubies in 2025, Deborah Smith, Chelsea Ronsman, Samantha Hoffer, Stephanie Strick. Three new senior golds, 31 new golds, 32 new senior silvers, and 96 silvers. Now, we actually probably had more than these because some of these maybe came in as silvers and they double or triple ranked, or, So I'm sure we had more people hit silver than that went on, didn't stay at silver, and so on and so on. But this is where the numbers landed. And I just am blown away by these numbers and this growth. All right. And then the 2025 developers. So people who had these are the leaders who had these level one rank ups. Okay, so you can see the names of the sponsors of the jewels and the rubies and the senior golds and the golds and senior silvers and silvers. But a lot of these leaders, you can see that they developed way more than just one. For example, Miranda Merchant, five new level one golds in 2025. That is no wonder Miranda hit Emerald, right? That's how you do it. Christina Williams, three level one golds in 2025. Hannah Wolf had four level one golds, and she is well on her way to Emerald. Chelsea had two level one golds. And then Mindy had three senior silvers. Stephanie had two. Chelsea had two. Michelle Stuchel had two. And then look at these silver developers. These numbers right here, they stand out to me, especially right now because of these development bonuses. You guys can truly, like, if your name is over here somewhere, you have proven results. That means you can help people get to silver, okay? So you have huge bonuses on the table this month for that very activity, and we're going to talk about that tonight. So congratulations to you sponsors who had level ones ranking up in 2025. Okay, let's talk about Super Saturday. If you went to Super Saturday, can you type what city you watched from? And did you watch at home? Did you go in to like one of the satellite thing? Well, I don't know what you call it. Like, did you go in person? Like we did in Atlanta. Tell us what you did. I really believe this was the best Super Saturday training we've ever had. It was high quality, so very professional, really nicely done. The whole entire thing was very well put together. There was no fluff. It was really valuable training. If you have not watched it, I urge you to go and watch it. This is actually the first Super Saturday that I have ever said, I'm going to watch that recording again and I'm going to take notes. Now, if you registered for Super Saturday, then you got an email with the link to watch the live stream. That link that you used to watch Super Saturday when it was live, that's the same link that you will use to watch the recording. So there were several key components of it that you're definitely do not miss. They are foundational for everything that you need to know this year. So if you have not watched it, definitely make sure that you go and watch it. Christina, you want to add anything here before I kind of go over the highlights?
No, I mean, I agree with everything that you said. You guys, decisions are made at events. And sometimes we think if it's not this big, massive corporate event, that decisions can't be made there. But vision is cast, relationships are built. This is why events are important. It's an investment in who you are becoming. So, yeah, it was fun.
Yep, we had about 80 people in Atlanta, and we got to co-host with Alita Langford, and that was so fun. She was such a powerful speaker. I think maybe Emily recorded her story and is going to upload it, but man, it was so good. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. Okay, so Super Saturday recap, just the highlights here. In case you didn't hear, our triplex, our core system is no longer called the triplex. It has been rebranded as the gut health system, which I love because it's clearer. A prospect does not know what the word triplex means, but they do know what gut health system means. That's very clear what that is and what it does. The packaging is beautiful. It comes in this nice box. When you open the box, it has like this super cute little catchy phrase that says something about like full body healthy, full body feel good starts here, something like that. Something super cute. I wrote it down because I loved it. So we're simplifying and clarifying our marketing, which is going to help us level up. And then every box comes with this insert. So I'm about to click play so you guys can see the quality of the insert that your customers are going to get when they order their gut health system from you. So it's all just beautiful. You know, the insert that the 3-day reset comes with, and just the packaging and all of it's just so nice. It's such an experience just to open your reset box, right? And it just it's all laid out well and just feels like an experience. And now our gut health system is going to feel the exact same way. So I'm so proud of this, so proud to represent it. And so you're going to want to go and familiarize yourself with this. We should probably drop the link to this insert in the chat so that you guys can just familiarize yourself with it. Anything you want to say about the gut health system, Christina? Okay. All right. The next highlight was Dr. Shaw. And it was really impressive. I think this was the clearest explanation of the gut microbiome and hormones and blood sugar balance and inflammation and how one of them affects the other and like how they all work together. And like it just was so simple. Like it's very complex what he's explaining, but he made it sound so simple and understandable, and like in a way that was engaging and had you leaning in and wanting to learn more. And so he's the main part that I want to go back and take notes on because I was hosting. I was kind of like multitasking, but I really wanted to lean in and listen to him. The time like flew by. It did not sound like you were getting a scientific lecture. It sounded so fascinating, even to people who are not at all interested in the details and the science. It was so well done. This was a high quality presentation by he's a surgeon, but he shared a powerful story. But he's also a very successful entrepreneur because as a surgeon, he realized there were some problems that he was not solving. There were some problems that Western medicine doesn't usually solve. And so he wasn't knocking Western medicine, but he was just acknowledging its limitations and the direction that things need to go in order for us to make advances in like actual healthcare. Okay. So definitely check this out. We were also impressed by him. Um, yeah. Anything you want to add on that one, Christina?
He had me with the little cartoon bubble gut guy. So very for some, for the sciencey people, it's not hard to geek out over this stuff. But for those of us that are not sciencey, he broke it down in a way that made me say, "Oh yeah, everybody that I know needs what I have, and I have something that can help them." So I thought he did a great job.
Okay. Okay. Also, highlight Sheila Medina, a classic. She brought us back to the basics with the power of three. And when I say back to the basics, I don't mean basic as in doesn't matter. I mean Basic as in this is foundational and it's the most important thing for your business is learning how to duplicate. Because if you can sell products, you can supplement your income. But if you can duplicate, like if you can get other people to share products and help them succeed on their goals of making money, then you can earn yourself freedom. That's what you can earn yourself with this business model. And so she shared in very concisely, I think it was like 12 minutes max, but she is the OG. She was our very first diamond. She every time I say that, she's always like, I was also the first silver and the first gold and the first ruby. Like she was the first. So yeah, she was the first diamond. She was the first everything. But she's the one who invented this concept and first trained on it, and it still works today. And not only did she train so eloquently on this, but our incentives this month are all based upon this training. So you don't want to miss this. You want to understand the power of this concept. Go watch that on the replay. Any thoughts on that, Christina?
I think sometimes we think about our next goal or our next, rank up, and we forget that the fastest way to get what we want is to help as many people as we can get what they want. And so you have to remember, for a lot of people, $300, it's going to be the stepping stone into something even greater. So the fastest way for you to get what you want, whether you want to go rank up senior silver or you want to go gold or you want to go beyond that, is help other people get what they want, which means you have to learn how to help them want what you have.
Mhm.
So if you're a brand new silver, there was something about going silver that you thought was intriguing. You have to help someone else want that. Then when they want that, you have to help them get that. And you help them get that by doing the same things you did to get that. And sometimes we just overcomplicate it. It's very simple. Fastest way to get what you want, help people get what they want. Fastest way to help people get what they want is to help them clarify what they want. So, yeah, I thought she did great. And also, she looked like $1,000,000.
Yeah, love Sheila. Okay, see what's next. Okay, so we talked about how our incentives this month are all based upon your willingness to share with people what they can earn here and then give them systems and tools that can help them succeed. All right, so cast vision, invite them to welcome to wellness because we do have a very high success rate with people who get on those calls and actually stay on the whole time. Most people do stay on. I mean, we have a very small drop off rate, but those calls are very effective. So if you're getting all your customers on there, then you are definitely increasing the likelihood that you are going to be able to develop a silver. And then on Thursdays, we have the Make Money workshop. I can't remember the exact title, but Michelle Stuchel is hosting those. And she's just going to help people execute. Like she's going to kind of walk them through the action steps to take that are in the Simple Start Guide and help them get results and make their first 300 bucks. And you can see how these bonuses will really stack up. Now, these development bonuses are going to go, they're going to build all quarter long. So they'll get paid out at the end of quarter one, but you'll see them accumulate in your back office and you get paid levels 1 through 4. So it's not just level 1 silvers. This also rewards you for tap rooting. So basically, this is like network marketing bonuses. I mean, this is what sets network marketing apart. It's not just sales, it's also getting people to duplicate. Okay. So I love that these bonuses are rewarding you for doing the work that and getting good at the skill that's actually going to help you build a very large organization, and it's rewarding you along the way. And this month in January, these bonuses are actually doubled. So that means that any development bonuses that you earn in January, you will get paid out at the end of the quarter, but the ones that are doubled, you're going to go ahead and get those at the end of January. So super excited. Use the tools and the systems that we have. And yeah, I mean, watch the Power 3 training, understand the power of it, set your sights well beyond where you're at now. Set your goals big. I hope that you guys are going for the Mayakoba trip because, which I totally forgot that I was supposed to announce that tonight, Christina. That's one thing that I totally left off. But I do want to talk to you guys about if you are interested in earning that trip to Mayakoba, which means you are an emerald or above by July, I want to have a special Zoom with you to just talk to you and tell you exactly how you could do that because it really is possible. I did it in a short amount of time, and I mean we have people who go emerald in 3 months, 6 months, and that's from zero. That's starting from 0 points, and you can go to emerald in a short amount of time if you're willing. So we're going to talk about strategy and stuff like that on that call. Stay tuned for more details on that. All right, this would probably be a really good time to have our special guests speak about their Super Saturday experience, and then Christina will bring it back and finish out the call after they're done. So you want to introduce them?
Yep. Okay, so we're going to hear from Stephanie Strick tonight. She hosted a Super Saturday event. We have several people on our team who hosted events. We didn't have time tonight except but to hear from just one. And since Stephanie just ranked up, we wanted to kind of grab her because sometimes when you're new, you think I need to wait for my upline to do something that I can plug into. And so I was just so impressed that she took the initiative to host her event. If you hosted an event, no matter how large, how small, wherever, will you just shout that out in the comments? I know Madeline hosted an event. I know Sarah Marie hosted an event. I know Abby hosted an event. So if you, and Angela, yep, if you hosted an event or watched Super Saturday with people somewhere, shout that out in the comments. And then I'm going to turn it over to Steph to share a little bit about her experience.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm back again. Um, well, hosting a Super Saturday in my living room felt bold and honestly a little bit scary. I second guessed myself and wondered who I thought I was to lead something so soon. And Christina encouraged me that I wouldn't die. So I tried it and I didn't die. It would have been really easy to go to a watch party. I was invited to one about 30 minutes away. I had invited some people from my team to it. It didn't feel like something that they wanted to do. So I realized if I wasn't, can you hear me? Okay. I realized if I wasn't brave enough to host my own, that I would be leaving my tiny little seedlings of a team behind. And I knew that that wasn't what they needed. And um, I, 6 months ago, I would have laughed at you if you told me that I was going to do this. And in the end, having everyone together, they got to try a bunch of products they'd never had before. I had greens and restore and all the things. Um, they got to ask questions. We laughed, and it just reminded me how meaningful the relationships are when building this. So there was real unity and comfort in all of the women knowing that they were all very new at this. No one has had more than 3 months of trying beside me in my house, which felt really neat that no one had all the answers and we were all there to learn. What surprised me was one of the women only came to try the product. And before she left, she had already agreed to host an in person event, which she's having next week. She ranked out silver. Like she's already looking for opportunities to take this business further because of what she saw. And I was just thinking if I wasn't brave to do this, I would have missed that. I would have not had her around. It would have passed me right by. And so even though I was sweaty and nervous, it was totally worth it. One extra surprise that I did not see coming was by doing something in my home, it really showed my family how serious I was about this business. Like I wasn't just hiding it on my phone. I mean, I really tried to do this business aside, like at 5 a.m. and late at night. And everybody rallied around and helped clean up and everyone cleared the living room so mom could have the space. And it just like it made this feel so much more impactful to my whole family. And like people checked in afterwards. My daughter was like, how was it? And she drank some of the leftover drinks and had the snacks. And so it actually ended up being so beautiful. And I would have missed all of it if I wasn't brave. So here is my cheer to all of you to just be brave. Confidence does not come first. Take the actions and then just be so stinking proud of yourself.
I love that.
So good.
Confidence does not come first. I agree. Confidence comes from competence. And sometimes competence starts with the literal thought of, I did not die. I did not die, therefore I learned, right? anything that you can experience is going to yield you some sort of wisdom and knowledge. So thank you for sharing. And I'm excited for what your willingness to, like, I can, every time I hear, like, I ask you to do something, I hear you go, and like you make this very audible swallow noise, and then you're like, okay. So I recognize that trait. I feel like that is how I have responded to Brittany many, many, many times over the years. Y'all know one time she called me and said, "Hey, you have an opportunity to do a team call with a naturopath doctor, but it has to be tonight. Can you do it?" And I'm like, "A naturopath doctor? I don't even know how to spell naturopath, and she's going to talk about ingredients, and what the heck am I going to bring to the table?" But yes, of course I can do it. That definitely, and I'll crush it. Had no idea what I was doing. So, love that. Thank you for sharing.
And it ended up being one of the most viewed videos in all of Plexusland. So
So
that
people
worked
could
out.
laugh at the teacher on there with the naturopath doctor.
The fact that you say naturopath,
I don't know what it is.
naturopath,
Is it naturo? Natural? Is it like, I can't. I can't.
I know it's
I
very
just
funny.
found out today that when you are playing Nintendo or whatever and you get the little star, that you're not invisible. You're invincible. And those two words aren't the same. Did y'all know that those are two different words?
They are two different words.
Learned that today. Anybody can be a diamond. Trying to tell y'all.
Okay. So, Stephanie, I loved hearing all of that. So good, so good. And like Christina said, leaders are born at events. And this is our next major event. It's in Columbus, Ohio, and it is convention. So, if you are serious about your business, convention really does need to be a non negotiable. I'm just being honest with you guys. If I had not gone to convention every year for the last, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 years, I've gone to convention in a row. I probably would have quit by now because convention is where you go to refill the your belief tank. Because as you are building this business, your belief can take a hit now and then, right? Like every rejection, every time somebody quits, every time somebody tells you no, somebody might be rude to you, your friends and family might make fun of you, somebody might avoid you at the grocery store. Like there are things that could take your belief down a notch or two. But when you get in a room with thousands of other people who see what you see, they see the value in these products that you see. They see the value in this opportunity. They have vision and they're all rowing in the same direction. They want what you want. There's no fear of am I weird? There's just nothing as belief building as realizing that there are so many people out there who are just like you that would want this just like you want this, and you leave there with your belief at an all-time high. Your belief doesn't get higher than it does after 3 days in a room with all of this energy. I mean, so much energy. They bring in amazing keynotes that just inspire the heck out of you and make you feel like you can run through a brick wall. And you hear stories of the top leaders who have failed over and over and tried again and finally reached their goals, reached the top, and you feel normal and you realize I actually can do this. You realize that the every challenge you face and every struggle you go through in this business, that it's all normal and it's all overcomable, and you're not facing anything that every other successful brand ambassador has not also faced. And so convention really is important. It truly is important for your business. It is an investment. I realize that it costs time and it costs money to get there, but you can't think of this as an expense. An expense is when you spend money and you don't get anything back. This is an investment. It's an investment in your mindset. It's an investment in your business. It's an investment in your personal development. It's an investment in your relationships and community. And it brings a massive return, most of which you can't even measure. Okay. So it's really important that you get there. And I love that it's in Columbus this year because the reason they picked that location is because I think it's like 70, did he say 70 or 80%? It's a very high percentage of Americans that live within a 12-hour drive of Columbus, Ohio. And I plan to fly there. I'm actually not going to drive, but if I was just getting started and I didn't have the money to fly, I absolutely would have packed a car down with as many people as possible and I would have taken the drive because it's worth it. And some of the best network marketing stories of all time are the stories of people seeing a vision and realizing that there was something better on the other side, something available, something possible, something they wanted, a dream, and they packed the car down and did something crazy and unconventional, and they drove across the country to go to an event. Leaders are born at events. This is the event where you see people on stage and you hear their stories and you think that's going to be me next year. And you leave and you change and you go do the work. And it doesn't mean that everything's going to change in 1 year, but it does mean that your belief stays for another year. Like it, I mean, I can't imagine where I would be. Like I said, I think if I hadn't gone every year, I probably would have quit by now. So convention reminds you why you do this in the first place. You fall in love with the products again. You fall in love with the company again, and you definitely fall in love with the people, especially our team. So I'm very excited to see you guys in Columbus, Ohio. We will plan some kind of like fun things. I don't know what yet. I'm not generally the planner of the fun. The fun people are the planner of the fun. I can bring some training, but I'm not generally the fun bringer. But we have lots of leaders who are fun bringers. So thankful for them. But y'all know who you are. So if you're coming to convention, can you put that in the chat? If you have been to a convention, can you put how it impacted you? Was it worth it? Share with people why you're going back and why the investment mattered and how it impacted you. Like, put all that in the chat. Christina, anything you want to add about convention?
Yes, I was trying to put it in the chat because I follow instructions. I was just going to echo what you said about packing a car down. Y'all, we have packed newborn babies in cars. I remember one time we took a road trip to Franklin, Tennessee for an event, and it was me and Brittany and Emily and Jana, I think, Michelle, maybe Terry. I don't remember who all was here when we had baby Rhett, but the drive took us almost 10 hours because I had a nursing baby. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I remember hearing Fallon talk about when I was a school teacher, going to events because, again, we didn't have a lot of extra money. And she would say she would pack hot dogs and beef sticks. And I thought, okay, well, I ain't packing a hot dog, but I can figure out how to eat for cheap on the go. But I just remember thinking that's that no matter what it takes mentality. And that's why Fallon makes so much money now because she just meant she would figure it out. And so anyway, there ain't, I always tell people it's not a guarantee that, I don't remember how I always phrase it, but you're not going to find an up and coming leader who doesn't prioritize being at convention. You just won't. Not that going to convention is a guarantee that you will rank up, but you ain't going to find somebody on their way to ranking up that doesn't prioritize being there. It's
Yeah,
just that important.
agree. I think the phrase you're looking for is you're going to convention is not automatically going to make you a diamond, but you're not going to find a diamond who does not go to convention or
Yeah,
who has not
that's
been
what I
to
meant.
convention. So, yes, it's important and we're excited to hang out with you there. So, go ahead and register. They do have early bird ticket pricing, 75 bucks. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it, I think. Normally it's like $150 for a ticket. So,
It
come.
will go up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go up. Bring your husband, bring a guest, bring a friend, definitely bring your team. But go ahead and get registered. You because that special pricing is going to be ending. I'm not sure what date, but I know it will. I know it'll go back up. And I think that was it about convention. Okay, the $10 code. So if you registered for Super Saturday, then you got yourself three codes for $10 off that you can share with your potentials. Also, if you are a new VIP that joined in December, then you got three codes. And also, any new VIPs that joined in January will also get three of these codes for $10 off. So that is kind of your promo that you're going to be working with right now. Christina is teaching everybody how to use those on 30 for 30. Hopefully, y'all are on those. And just as a reminder, about what we have going on each day, each week. So every Tuesday night, welcome to wellness. That's for your new VIP customers. Christina teaches you how to utilize those, how to invite those. So she even teaches you how to use those as a prospecting tool. And they're really effective for turning customers or product users or people who are only interested in the products to people who are now interested in the business and interested in making money. So those are every Tuesday night, same time, same place, same Zoom. And then we have team calls on Tuesdays right after that at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday nights, Let's Make Money Together. That's the name of the Zoom. Okay, those are hosted by Michelle Stuchel, and that's an execution call. So she's just going to help people get into action right away on doing the simple things that are going to help them make their first 300 bucks. And then daily, those 30 for 30 calls. That requires you to fill out a commitment form. People who are on those consistently are getting results. I don't think it's a coincidence why there were so many people on those graphics earning those Christmas bonuses in December. A lot of that is thanks to Christina holding people accountable and just helping people know exactly what to focus on that's going to be income producing in their business every single day. Those calls, we've had nothing but good feedback. Like I literally, I've talked to so many people about them, and I don't think I've heard anybody say anything negative about them at all. Only glowing reviews. Nobody's even complained about how early in the morning it is. We even had our CEO get on one of them, and it was 4 a.m. his time. So it's really impressive how effective these 30 for 30 calls are. And they're really just to help you be consistent with your income producing activity and help you to grow. All right. Anything you want to add here, Christina?
Nope. Be there, be square. I will add something, as a matter of fact. New this month, we are actually extending the 30 for 30 work is still 30 minutes, but I actually stay on up to 30 minutes longer to answer any questions that you bring to 30 for 30. And I just want to remind you guys, leaders are initiators, which means every day you should be creating problems for yourself. Like, hey, I thought this conversation was going to go this way, but it went this way instead. Can you give me some feedback on why? Or I thought this pose would perform and it didn't. Can you help me know why? This is a place where you can come and ask for explicit feedback instead of wondering, why isn't this working? Am I doing this right? Is something wrong with me? These are the things that if you have courage to speak up, we can process through. Not only will you benefit, but other people on the call will benefit. There's no reason why, if you have somebody who is where you would like to be in your wildest dreams, available to you twice a day, that we should ever be ending those calls early. But listen, I'm there to answer questions. If there's not questions, then we'll go work. So keep in mind as you are working through your income producing activities, what it would be like if you could just pull me out of your pocket and ask a question. That's what it's like if you could just show up to the call and ask a question. I'm telling you, Brittany and I would have paid hundreds of dollars for the chance to ask a diamond, can you tell me what to do next? What should I think next? Is it okay that I feel this way? These are things that we have paid lots of money to ask people before. There's no reason we shouldn't be filling that time up with questions.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was actually going to say the exact same thing that when I was first starting, this is something that I would have paid really good money for. And we just didn't have access to something like that. So I do think it's incredibly valuable. And I'm very grateful that you're doing it, Christina. And so because Christina's doing these, just staying on the 30 for 30 coaching, the 30 for 30 calls twice a day, she's staying on there past the 30 minutes of IPA time to coach, to answer questions. Then we're going to discontinue our Thursday group coaching calls that we were having at 1 p.m. just because there's not really a need for it any longer because she is meeting that need daily, twice daily, Monday through Friday. So again, very grateful to Christina for doing those. Very effective. I hope that you guys are taking advantage of those. I hope that you're asking questions. And I hope that you're growing as a result and reaching your goals. All right, I'm looking forward to an awesome 2026. It's going to be a good year. Super Saturday was amazing. Convention is going to be even more amazing. I'm here for all of it. So excited about all of it. All right, that's it. Good night, y'all. Bye.
Bye, guys.